Good morning, everyone. It's Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light, and I'm here today with my lovely host, Teresa Warren, and Bex Marie, and I'm Rhonda Elliott, and we're here today with a person all the way from Spain. I love technology. I'm thinking, here, it looks like she's just in the next room, and here we are talking to her, time traveling. She's 6 hours ahead of us, and we're talking to Rosa Puerto. And she's a very special artist and healer, and she has gorgeous art. Her art and her music. She's kind of like a modern day Renaissance person. Renaissance person. When you tell us, and she speaks Spanish, Swedish, English very well, and what else? French? Some French too.
French,
Rosa?
and Catalan.
And Catalan. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
Wow.
my first.
Okay.
It's my first language, and I speak some Italian as well.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So please share this out. Rosa's going to do some special healings with us and do a group card reading with her. Oh, just amazing. Most unique oracle cards I've ever seen. So share this out to everyone, and the person who shares the most this week will win a reading with Bex Marie, so you want to get in on that. And let us also know where you are coming from in the world, because last week we had people from South Africa and all across the world, so just pop in the comments, if you will, where you're coming from. We'd love to hear that. And so that would be excellent. I see Monica's with us right now. Good morning, Monica. And Teresa, would you introduce our guest? Because you're the one who brought Rosa to our awareness. That's awesome.
Oh, you guys, Rosa, when I took that dragon class, it was the Dragon Book Club with Rosea Puerto. Rosea was our guest a long, long time ago. And then she was teaching us about the dragons, and it was beautiful. And she has that book, The Dragon Within. And I love it. It's got exercises that you can do within it. But she has these amazing classes where the students get together. Any of you know that when you're in a class like that on a Zoom meeting, you get to see everyone in that class. That's a very bonding experience. The uniqueness of all of us coming together. And during our class is when I met Rosa. And during that class, we actually heard a dragon breathing several times. And we're all like, did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? It was the neatest experience that collectively we could bring in a dragon like that, and that some of the students had the dragons with them that they could bring through. And so Rosa, I was sitting there getting to know her, watching her week after week, and when she would speak, often it would cut out. And from our experience, I know, ooh, that means Rosa is so powerful that the technology can't hold her up. And I was so excited to that. Since our class, I've had a beautiful time getting to know Rosa, and so I wanted to bring her on her show. So, Rosa, welcome, welcome, fellow Dragon Heart, welcome.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. Well, I enjoy as well very much being in the Dragon Club book. I've been to several ones, but this one was very special. Definitely.
It was unique, huh?
It was. I never heard a dragon roaring before. I can tell.
Yes. Wasn't that weird? And that's, since you took several of those classes, I thought, does this happen all the time? And you were saying, no, it was just that class that we got to hear the dragons. It was weird and cool. So since getting to know you, I have found you blow me away with how amazing you are. Okay, I'm humbled by you because you are a world traveler. You know the different languages. You've lived so many different places. You've met so many amazing healers and things. Will you share with us a little bit about your journey, what's brought you to here?
Okay. Oof, it's a long journey. But initially, if we think about what took me to start exploring healing, I mean, I come from the art world because in Spain, before I moved to Sweden, I studied sculpture and painting, and that's what I love. And I was working with music, with musicians, being a journalist as well at the radio and TV. And then I married a Swede, and I moved to Sweden. I moved to Stockholm, and I lived there 10 years. And there I trained as a teacher, as primary and secondary teacher, but specialized in arts. I work a lot with art with children. I was interested in theater, in puppets, in music, absolutely using everything. And very much of what I did later when I became an art therapist, I was already using it in the 80s with children. So I thought, they tell me this is art therapy. I was already doing this with children. So it was kind of fun that some of the things that naturally came to me to do with children and share with them, later on I found out they were exercise and activities that I learned as becoming an art therapist. But all these, you probably wonder why did I go into the spirit world? It comes from my family. Actually, my parents, they met because my mother had a near-death experience when she was 12, and she was dead for 1 minute. She came back, and she started healing with her hands. She was only 12. And my grandmother took her into a clairvoyant to find out what was going on, because they couldn't understand what was going on. So she said, well, she's been to the other side. She's been a healer before. Just let her use it. She's a child, but use it for the friends, for family, for neighbors. But we're talking about Franco time in the 40s.
Oh,
Yeah,
scary
wow.
time.
Oh my
Scary
gosh.
time, right?
Just after the war, so it was a time when you couldn't talk about this. And my father was a meditator. He meditated all his life, and he had premonitory dreams about his own work. He was an engineer of chemistry, and he would find out that at night his higher self would go like this and wake him up, and he would write down all his formulas and things that he was inventing. So they met, both of them, in a clairvoyance group because they wanted to meditate and do things. And that's my family background. Not that my brothers do this, but I was, let's say, the only one that became interested in this at some point, around 27 years old. I started kind of doing some things with Reiki, exploring little things when I was in Sweden, and then I moved at 31 to 32 to England. And it was in the UK that I exploded exploring everything, absolutely everything. And that's when later I went through my first divorce, and that was a near, I would say it was like a death. I had a rebirth. I mean, there was like part of me that died, went away, and a part of new Rosa came out. And funny enough, I started using another name. There was a name that came to me during a dream that repeated itself over 30 days, where they would tell me that I should write a book. And the book was called Dinah and Her Search for the Golden Arrow, which is the story that binds my deck of starseed cards. And the lady that was the, let's say, the main character of the story, it's called Dinah. And they said, you should use that name. So I start writing everything that I would paint or do. I would write Dinah at the end. And for years, everybody would call me Dinah, until about 6-7 years ago, I got another name, and they said I should call myself Alea with an H at the end, which I found out is a Hebrew name and means the one that has returned home. Since I had a lot of changes. Dinah was like the priestess, the warrior, the one that would help me to transform and pick up all the bits and pieces that were all over the place. And I understood that over the time because I was in England 11 years. So I started working as a healer there, but only part-time, as I was training in lots of other things and working as a Montessori trainer. I'm a Montessori teacher as well, an anthropologist as well. I just studied many, many things. I love learning. I always did. So I have been hungry. I would say I'm a seeker, and I've been kind of looking for the things that really, really resonate inside me. And there's been periods, but creativity, it's always been near me, either singing or writing or painting or taking photography or creating puppets, anything that had to do in expressing. And I found that that was the easiest way for me to help people to connect with the child within, which is partly what I have come to do here, to open the heart of people through that, through connecting to the heart with the easiest way as it is creativity, because children have no doubts that expressing themselves, either moving or singing or playing an instrument or writing or painting, they are so happy. And there's no goal, objective to achieve. The important thing is the process, because they have so much pleasure, so they delight so much in it that, well, so why not?
That's beautiful.
So I don't know, I could touch different things, but well, if we talk about sound, because I'm a sound healer and I've been a sound healer for many years, I had an awakening in 93, 94 of feeling I had to sing. I had to sing, and I started writing songs. And the first song I wrote, I was in a workshop in England, in the UK, and one of my teachers asked everybody, "Oh, why don't you share one song?" And I didn't want to share it because first it was in Catalan, in my mother tongue. Two, I thought nobody would understand, so what bother? And my roommate said, "Oh no, Rosa wrote something." So, oh no, why did she say anything? So I had to sing. And what happened is that the door was open and we were in the middle of the countryside, and there was a bat coming in, circling my head, then disappearing. And everybody
wow.
was bats are one of my medicine animal and is the shaman's medicine animal. So I had to go through many deaths, inner death of me,
Right.
to be who I am now. So
Wow.
there's been a lot of kind of letting go of all those shields and things that doesn't allow you to be the real you. It's been a long journey, because in
Yeah.
96 when I started all these, and it was the first time I had a big thing, it was not so easy as now. Now there's so many things. Now there's so many people that have already walked the path that is easier. I mean, for people that are 20 something or 30 something, they may find there's so much to choose from, and it's
Right.
accepted socially. By then it was not so accepted. At least is how I felt.
Wow.
So,
I love how you followed your intuition all through all this.
yes.
You followed your heart.
Well, it was not easy, because sometimes you have to leave things behind, like a job, a fast job, leaving absolutely everything, countries, friends. And it doesn't mean that I was not terrified. I was. But they said that anybody that has courage before is terrified. So
Yes.
as an Aries, I said I jump into it, and then, well, you can say I'm sorry, but
I
so
love
it's a
that.
long journey. Yeah.
Another part of your journey that I really, really loved is that because my guides keep telling me to slow down and just spend time with myself. And I'm thinking, I got so many friends I could reach out to. Why would I want to do that? Because I like to learn and learn. But they're telling me to just slow down. And when I did, things start becoming downloaded to me. And you too, you went on that journey where you spent 2 months alone. And what happened to you while you took that time?
Well, a year ago, during the summer, at the beginning of July, well, I started feeling that at the end of June. I felt that something was bubbling inside, and part of me was kind of annoyed with everything what I was doing. I said, what's going on with you, Rosa? So I decided to leave Barcelona, go into the mountains, and be in a retreat with myself. But I took with me some pens and paper and things. I thought, well, just in case I want to draw. or maybe I don't. And after 2 days there, I felt like there was a communion with all the elements. And then something took over me and I started drawing like mad. So every day I was channeling 10 codes of light.
Wow.
And by the end of the summer, that started in July, I had 222. So
Wow.
what I was
Wow.
told is that this is the new sacred geometry that is coming down, and it's not just for fun. It has to be used for meditation, for healing, for inner work. It helps a lot with helping people to raise vibration, to let go of things in a very simple way. Some of them, they have to be painted, and depending the colors you use, I know that you have shifted one thing or another. Others, you have to be wearing them as a pendant. I'll show you one. I don't know if you can
Put
see
up
it.
higher.
Get it up
Yeah,
a little
I can't
higher
see
to the
it.
center of the screen.
Yeah.
There you go. Just a
There.
little
Oh,
bit.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool
Oh,
looking.
beautiful.
This is like a compass. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And there's another one here. I love this one. This is a magnifier. There's one over here.
Oh,
Oh,
up higher.
it has to go up there. Yeah.
There. Ooh.
You see it?
Wow.
Yeah. Now we
Does
can
that
see it.
draw
Yeah.
You
things
put
in?
this on. This is magnifying anything you want to magnify in your work, in your process. Well, there's plenty of them, but some of them, there's about 40 that can only be used on a coach, on a therapy. For the moment, I can only use them myself because it's something that needs to be studied. And I've been using them for a year, have excellent results, but I feel that before I share them on a workshop, I need to explore probably half a year more this, because I've been selling them for therapies to some people that I know, especially the ones that for healers that need to have, as I say, an express healing. You put one on the top of each chakra, and in 5 minutes, you're okay.
Wow.
You just lie
Wow.
down, you put them on, and that's it. Now, the one that you're seeing on the screen, this one is
Yeah.
the one we're gonna talk about. This one is to connect with your soul book. Let's say to
Ooh.
be connected to the Akashic records, which, funny enough, I basically took my pendulum and I said, well, which one here should we choose? And I went to this one straight ahead. So I thought, well, it makes sense considering you are connected, the three of you, with
Yes.
readings. And I thought, why not? Okay.
Beautiful.
There's another one, which unfortunately we couldn't download. I'll show them the image.
Okay. Yeah, hold that up. That's so beautiful.
This one is to connect with the divine within and without. Now, the thing is that actually it's a pendant as well. So it was very, very difficult. I'll put it in the middle of the screen. Can you see it now?
Yeah, up there.
Yes.
Up there. Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
Actually, this goes together with the meditation, and you use it as you kind of hear the meditation. But everything is in Spanish, so I haven't done the English ones yet. I haven't had time, basically. I have done it for the clients that have come here, and they're foreigners, and they just put the cellular on, and they record it, and I'll do it at the moment.
Ooh,
So
that's so cool.
That's
So
how I work.
So do you want me to put that picture up while we do the first meditation? Would you
Not
like
yet.
that?
Okay. I think we're gonna do a reading first, and then we do
Okay.
the meditation.
I
would
Yes.
like to see what.
Rosa has her
Let's
own
see.
cards.
Let's see what starseeds say about the energy of today. We have all these solar storms going on, and everybody's more dizzy and more ungrounded and sleepy and tired.
Tired for sure.
I am feeling that.
On now. Okay. It's interesting. Just put the card here so you see it. This is the card.
Wow.
Ooh. This is card number 33. Interesting enough.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna read. I'm gonna translate from the book what it says, because now Now, I go into the house of the soul, where knowing, feeling, and being unify. It's a very humble space where everything has its place. It speaks with the depthness of the great. It's been a long, long time that I have known this place, but it has been a long, long time that I have not visited. This is a poem, okay? Every card has a poem with it, and then there's the explanation. Now, the meaning of the card. I'm showing the card.
Up a little
This
higher.
is a vision of unifying, meaning you are conscious of the other person. If you're a woman, of a man. If you're a man, of a woman. But it doesn't have to be a partner. You're conscious of the other person, okay? Now, men, normally, they act differently. They need to reflect in being in solitude, because sometimes company is strange to them. They prefer to be alone, okay? Now, for a woman, it's different. She is able to meditate and reflect in the company of nature, of other people. It's kind of an innate virtue or gift that women have. For men, it's different. They need to be alone to actually contact for this inner space. Now, the white dove that is in the car,
You put it just a little higher. There, just a little higher.
Like that?
Yeah, higher.
Yeah.
Like that?
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
The dove that is here, it symbolizes that something new is coming up. It's like it's coming soon, and the message is that this new knowledge, path, whatever it is that is new that is coming to you, is going to be very, very different from whatever you have used until now. Meaning you're ready for something different, okay?
Ooh.
So this knowledge could open a new door for you, if you're a woman, into a man's life, or it could be for a man letting go of his own space. So it's like opening a door that it's been closed for a long, long time. Sometimes women, they need to feel that they can leave behind the woman's world and go into a man's world and feel okay. And for a man, it needs to feel the same. Now, what is the exclusivity of women? To be filled by perceptions. And what is the exclusivity of men? Solitude. They need to be alone. So, women help men to connect with the immediate, how would I put it? With the house, with what's going on in the, on an emotional way, on an immediate way. So whatever is going on, she would feel it immediately, and she will transmit it to him. And she will pass this on to him, because it's not easy for him to grasp it. He's very much up there, okay? Now, she becomes like a bridge, women, between the spiritual and the material world, so that they balance, okay? Now, the card again, I'll put it here. You see that she's sitting on a bench?
Yes.
This is actually white marble. Now, the white marble signifies that there is an integration of the new intuitions and the possibility that the other people would integrate that. Okay, I'm translating everything that I have here in Spanish. I'm trying to explain it. Now, the lady on the car, she is dressed in gold, means that she has a divine connection, and she's very open to her divine essence. Now, the purple color, which is a purple lavender color, it's the union of blue and red, which are the same colors of another card, little tools that the main character was using, and now they have become something else, okay? So it's like the spiritual plane now will come to a second space, because you are the first one. It's like, yes, maybe your goal was to connect with spirit, but now you are the main character. This is important that you consider. Now, what is important here, that you connect on an everyday basis with your higher self. If people are not meditating, I would suggest that they should start now, because with the times we're living right now, you need to be grounded and you need to meditate, even if it's only 5 minutes. But become the witness, become the observer, become the one that is watching and is not identifying with emotions, with thoughts, with dramas, with anything that is going on outside your life. So this is the main focus for today. But something big is coming for everybody, something completely different that has nothing to do with what you've done so far. So reflect on that.
Yeah.
I can send later the card, okay? So you can see the image. I'll put it again.
And you're,
I can see, you see it?
Up higher.
beautiful.
Like this?
Yeah, up there. Nice.
Maybe you can take a picture of it and put it in the comments afterwards for us.
Yeah,
just-
I have the picture digitalized, so it's just
Okay.
sending you that one. It's,
Yeah, and just put it in our in the comments
Yeah.
underneath the video. That'd be awesome.
That would be very easy. So,
And so with these
Let's-
cards, you're printing them, aren't you? You're doing something.
I'm
with
going
these
to print
cards.
them at the end of the year. It's going to be printed first in Spanish. And I have to ask how much it will cost if I can print the cards in English initially and do the book for next year in English, but as an ebook.
Oh, nice.
Too much to print both. So
Right.
since I don't know how many people would read it in English, I mean, I know some people would, at least 50 people that I know would buy it, but for the moment, the people that are following me are from South America and Spain, so they're Spanish speakers. So I will do it in English, but it's going to take a while. Probably by spring it's done. I hope so.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool. I could read Spanish pretty good, better than I can hear it. Yeah, if somebody's talking to me, it's too fast, but if I'm reading it, I could pretty much catch it. So that'll be cool.
Then you're safe.
Not even a chance.
Not everybody has easy when it comes to reading other languages, because I mean, I know from some students of mine that they have some knowledge of English, but if they have to read a lot, they would be pretty confused. So
Yeah,
you have
English
to have
is a
an
confusing
immersion.
language.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I mean, I have memory. I always had a very easy to learn languages and sounds and
Yes.
retain them. That's why I speak so many languages, and that's why I work with music. I have visual memory and auditive memory, so it's very easy to work with visual things and with sounds. And unless you have that from a very early age, it's very difficult to learn languages. It doesn't matter if you really study the theory. Plus that you have to live in the space. You have to have an emotional connection to the language. And since I lived in the UK and I learned English when I was 16 and I was living in Boston and in New Hampshire in Portsmouth, I had a very emotional connection with English. So it's been all the time there. And then later with Swedish when I was living in Sweden and speaking Swedish for a long time. French, I got some French family. Italian is very easy because it's very similar to Catalan and Spanish, so I don't have to make an effort. There's so many words that are similar, so it's easy. But
I love that.
That's amazing.
I love that. I think there's a spot somewhere deep in us where all the languages from all of our lifetimes are still there. We just have to tap into it to remember. I don't know if it's true, but I just have that feeling somewhere it's within us.
I agree.
Sometimes I feel there are blockages. It's like if we were able to communicate more, it would be easier. And maybe we don't want to become visible, or we don't want to get out of the comfort zone, whatever it is. You have to ask yourself. And coming back to the light codes, just to illustrate for people that are watching, if you ask yourself, well, what are they? I call them Codex of Light for a reason, because Codex, it's a Latin word that means sacred papers. Because if we say codes is a word that normally we use in law, and it's not that. It's something that has to do with something very sacred and very ancient. The two energies that help me to download the information is Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron that work with me. So those are the energies that are beyond all the energies of the Codex of Light. Those are the two energies. And I wouldn't say which dimension, because they're very, I wouldn't like to put a label on that. Because normally they do the job that they need to do with everybody. So instead of talking about 5th, 6th, 7th dimension, no, we're going to leave it like that. That's how
I love
feel.
that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Do you want me to get that going, and we'll see?
Let's see. We have we have time. Let's put the image on. I'm going to start with a small relaxation for people, because it's going to be easier.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask everybody to close your eyes. Concentrate on your breathing at the moment. Just check it. Check the position of your spine. Check that you're not crossing your legs and your feet, that your feet are grounded, that you feel, you touch the space under your feet. I'm going to ask you to breathe in deeply, and as you breathe in, just scan your body. Scan and see how you feel at the moment. There's any heaviness, any thoughts, any tension in your body. Just scan and see where it is. And I invite you to do another deep breath. And as you do that, when you release the air, just let go through your feet the tension, whatever it is. Just let it go. Release it. If you hear me coughing at some moment, it's the energy that is coming down towards me. So don't panic. Keep breathing in. Keep checking. And now I'm going to invite you just to be aware the sole of your feet. And I'm going to invite you as well to imagine that you are a tree, a gorgeous tree, whichever comes to you at the moment. Just feel this tree and feel the need of your tree to ground, to really feel its roots. And if with every breath you take in, start feeling that your roots go deeper and deeper into the earth. As if there was an energy, a feeling of something asking you to go deeper until you reach the core of the earth. With every breath, you go deeper, finding different layers of earth, of rocks, of water, of crystals. And just allow yourself, with the breath, feel the energy as you go down until you reach the diamond light of the core of the earth. And I'm asking you to ground yourself in this space full of love, support. And when you feel that you're grounded, you need to feel like there is a click. And when you put your seatbelt, and when you've done that, I'm inviting you to do another deep breath, this time breathing in all the energy, all the love from the core of the earth and bringing it into you, towards you, taking it through the roots up to your body. With every breath you take, just feel the energy coming in and illuminating any space in your body, from the bones, the organs, your cells, tissues. Just feeling that go into every single space in you. Just imagine for a moment you're a Christmas tree and the energy that comes in lights and turns on all the lights of your tree, and you shine. You shine with millions of colors, and you allow your energetic body to expand. And at the same time that you do, you relax. You go into a very, very deep space. And now I'm inviting you as well to visualize a light that comes from Source and goes straight ahead into your crown, connecting you with a divine light, going through your spine, going through all the chakras, back and front, but both sides are being balanced. Anything that is in your unconscious, anything that is in your conscious, and this light, like a big rain of light, is brushing and taking down anything that needs to be released at the moment. And you release it as you exhale. With every exhale, you fill yourself with this light that now is merging with the light of the core of the earth, merging in you like a bridge. Just feel the connection. Go into the center of your heart. And ask the child within you to be present during this connection to your soul book. And ask the wise within you, in your third eye, connect with the child within. See a light emerging from the heart into your third eye as I sing these sounds. So, 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 so. Just feel the connection between your heart center, the child within you, and the third eye and the wise within you. Feeling this connection, now watch the Codex of Light that is on the screen. Just watch it for a moment, integrating the image, seeing the start with a moon that seems to want to emerge from a book, from a pink space, which is your heart, from the orange below, which is the Buddha within you, the wise within. And now just allow yourself to be taken through this guided meditation into a space for opening your soul book. Just keep breathing. And I'm inviting you to visualize a golden light like a bubble that is surrounding you. It's a huge light and it's moving towards the right, like the clock. It moves clockwise. On the top of this one, there's another one that moves anti-clockwise. This one, it's a silver bubble. Just feel it. Let it move. And the third one is moving as well anti-clockwise, and it's like the color of the pearl. It's a white pearl color. Just sense and feel the three bubbles moving around you. And as you breathe in, just let yourself to be guided to go beyond time and space to a sacred space where you need to go. We go together, all the ones that are present now during the meditation, or whoever listens to this much later, as if we were elevating and ascending into a space of lots of light. The three bubbles open a door, and we found ourselves walking and feeling the earth, feeling a path with a red earth. We don't have any shoes. We just can feel the earth. We can feel the air that is touching our bodies. And we go up into a hill. We walk together until we get to the top. On the top there is a building, a white building, completely round. The front door is like a triangle, and it's open. And everybody, one by one, enters this sacred temple. When you come into the inner space of this temple, you see there is a chair with your name, and you take a seat. In front of you, there is a book, and surrounded all around you, you see lots of books, different colors, different sizes. But in the room where you are, there's only the seats for the ones attending to this meeting, and a book in front of each other. Look at the book. Look at the cover. Look how it is, how it appears to you. And then ask your higher self and your guides, what can be shown to you at this moment? And I'm inviting you to open the book and read one page. Observe what you see, what you feel. For some it will be an image, for some it will be a feeling, for some it will be a knowing. Just allow whatever it comes to you. Welcome it, don't judge it. Just stay with it. How would be your life if you could integrate this information? What could you change? What could be different? In the center of the room, there is a huge diamond. When you start looking at it, it has all the rainbow colors. And surprisingly, you find out that as you watch this diamond full of light, a small one is placed on the table where you are, just next to the book, a small one. Everyone attending this meeting gets a rainbow diamond crystal. Just choose where you want to have it at this moment to integrate the information that is coming now. Which chakra or which part in you would be the one that needed most this healing energy? I give you some moment for that. Breathe in and feel, after you place the crystal, how the energy expands inside yourself. Read again if you need the page that you opened the book, your soul book. Feel again the information. And after that, just close the book, knowing that the path has been set for you to come back here when you need it most. This is a healing sacred space for you. Just thank the space where you are, the book, and slowly, very slowly, having a last look into the room, you go back again out from the temple into the hill. You can see now that it's night. See the night full of stars shining, looking at you. You can feel the air in your body, in your skin, in your hair. Like something is different in the way you feel, you walk, you feel the earth, you feel everything around you. Like you were more open, more expanded. And with that feeling, I invite you to go back into the bubbles. Everybody goes in and they close themselves. The golden bubble starts spinning clockwise. The silver bubble anti-clockwise. And the last one, the white pearl color, clockwise as well. And we start breathing in again and going down very slowly, going down very slowly into the room where you are, into the seat or the floor where you sit, to feeling your toes, your fingers, your spine, your pelvic area, your right leg, your left leg, your arms, and finally, when you're ready, opening your eyes.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was so cool.
The wonderful thing is we can go back to it again and again. You just have to hit the replay button on this and you can enjoy
Yes.
Rose's beautiful guided meditation again and
Yes.
again. So,
Oh,
How
so
was it for
cool.
you?
That was
It was
amazing.
awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me what you got, Bex.
Lots of gold. There was just lots of gold in the book, and I saw roses on the cover of the book, like golden roses
Wow.
and stuff.
Ooh,
And yeah, it
how
was just
neat.
a big, and I felt like there was just a big upgrading of my heart chakra, actually, and that's where I was guided to put the crystal as well. So I felt a lot of that. And then when I left, I actually saw my golden footprints being left behind on the earth. So it's like everything I touch now is going to
Oh,
be, yeah, so
Wow.
beautiful.
I'm going to put some
oh, that's
light
so
on
cool.
because the light
yeah,
is going up.
yeah, your sun is setting.
Yeah, the sun is setting here now. I'm just gonna put the light there. Otherwise, you cannot see my face.
Oh,
Now you can
oh,
see me.
there, that's much better, much better. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. What about you, Rhonda? What did you experience?
Oh, it was so peaceful and getting into the room and seeing it was like a big red book on with gold edging on when I got, one of those old leather big books with gold edging. And when I opened it up, there were angels showing in the pictures when I opened them up. So it was really
Oh,
nice. Really cool pictures.
oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. For me, what started was with the roots of the tree. What was different was my roots were big, fat old roots that were going into the earth, and that was kind of a new one for me. And then I attached in with the little girl in there, and she didn't look like me. She looked like another little girl, but I'm sure it was some inner part of me. And then the cover of the book had a wide waterfall, but short. Maybe it was only 20 feet, but it was wide, falling and all around on the book. And then when we opened the book, it was like I was there. It wasn't like I was looking at a picture. It was like I was in a scene. And there was this bird flying around. And no matter where that bird flew, it spiraled around me. It was like the light kept shining onto and into the bird. So no matter where that bird went, it was bringing the light with it. And it went around, and the bird flew into my heart. And then I could see the little girl receive it, and she was pretty excited. And when it came to the crystal, it was a specific shaped one, and that you could see all the rainbow colors on all the sides, like a votive. I don't know what you call it, but it had all these sides to it. And I was told, I thought, okay, that's going to go right in my heart. But it went into my throat. And what it did is it connected the pineal gland to it and my heart to it so that it could come out my throat. If you can see that. So that's what my experience was.
That was the idea. When I make the sound to connect the heart, the third eye, the sound is to connect the voice within with your heart, because that's the space that needs to be connected to.
Kirith from South Africa said he saw blue light showers, totally amazing vibrations. And Elmer, she saw, when I opened the book, I saw a dark night full of stars. Amazing when you said we'll be back outside in the dark light. And Kirith said, love and light and gratitude to all for such an awesome journey.
Ooh, that gives me the chills hearing that. Yeah. Oh, Rosa, thank you. That was beautiful.
Rosa, I think we'll have to have you back for your music. We'd like to connect with you again.
Yes, because it's time. I can see it. And it's very difficult to know how long it's going to be the meditation, because normally I do them in groups with other things, so I didn't know how long it would take.
No worries, no problem. This gives us a good reason to connect again with you, and when you're getting your cards published, and we can connect up with you in the new year, and bring us in with music.
Woohoo! That'll be fun. That's a good idea, Rhonda.
Yes.
I love that. Oh, I love that excitement. Thank you, Rosa. I really, really appreciate that.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all ours. Okay, Bex. And thank you again, Rosa. And someday we'll come and visit you in Spain and take one of your classes. In English, though. It'll have to be English.
I have many English students. I have this summer a lot of people from Australia and New Zealand. And
neat.
From the UK now and then. And I had some Americans now and then. They come for holidays and they take a workshop as well. So people do that.
Oh, perfect.
Great.
That's perfect.
Combining of tourism and learning something new. Yeah.
That's a really
I think so. Because you can learn when you're in a new area, you don't have the same familiar things around you. And I think sometimes that opens you up to even more.
Yes, you're in the spirit of the adventure. So probably you're not so mental. You're more in the flow.
Yeah.
I would say that. That's true. That's true.
So you can visit Rosa on her link to her website is there, and she's also on Facebook. So you just look up Rosa Puerto on Facebook. Bex, do you want to take us out of here?
Bex will try. Bex is still coming back in. It always takes me longer, I swear. I feel like I just kind of sit there in that space for a while before I come all the way back, But it's funny because really hit hard with these energies the last couple of days. And yesterday I was just feeling really dizzy, and today I felt spacey, but it was like an uncomfortable spacey. And now I feel more expansive, like I can hold more, you know, like I can feel more coming in, and it just feels very, I don't know, just very like integrated. It doesn't feel quite so spacey, you know, I just feel expansive, but it feels really beautiful. So thank you for that, because I really needed that shift. I was like, okay, I need to go do
I'm glad
something.
it worked.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Good
you.
timing.
Good
All
night,
right,
Lily.
so the winner of last week's Share It Out that won a Healing Through Your Record session with Rhonda is Nancy Louise. Congratulations,
Yay,
Nancy.
Nancy.
So happy for you, and thank you for sharing out to all of your friends and to all the pages that you visit.
Really.
And we really appreciate you. All the sharing that you guys do really helps us to connect with others. You guys are our foundation for getting this out there, so we really appreciate all the sharing. And whoever shares out the most today wins a session with me. So keep sharing, get it out there. You can share multiple days. It doesn't just have to be today. You know, I love that Nancy goes back and shares old episodes, which we
Yes.
because then I see it in my newsfeed as
Nancy's
well.
amazing.
Yeah, so it's really awesome. You can go back and share previous episodes as well. We have amazing episodes that we've done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and enjoying this experience. It was very needed and very beautiful and very appreciated. So thank you so much, Rosa.
Did you guys ask her the rock and roll question?
I don't even think we told her about the rock and roll question.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
So we have a question that we like to ask our guests when we remember, and it's if you had to choose a song to be the theme song of your life, what would that be? Kind of a big question.
Song.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so many songs. My God. But I would choose one of my songs.
Oh, yay.
I would choose one of my songs, the one that I posted you, which is a blues that I wrote, which is called Universal Mother, and it's a
yes, I
prayer
like
to
that
the
one.
universe, to the
Yeah, do you have that on YouTube?
feminine.
Do you have that recorded on the YouTube?
No, it's not in YouTube, but you can share.
Well, maybe
you can share the one that I sent you. You can share that one.
Yeah, I'll put it in the links again. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
It's on my website. There's only a small fragment, but this is longer. It's not the full song.
Oh, I didn't realize
soon,
that.
Soon I would have everything on iCloud and no, not iCloud. I mean in the music thing. But
on iTunes.
some of my assistants have to do it, and I haven't done it yet. So all my music will be there to be
on iTunes.
to be actually bought.
Awesome.
But you can buy it from my website. That's another way of buying my music.
Okay,
Very
beautiful.
I love how
I remember
easy
you can
it
replay this again. Yeah. And you can replay this guided meditation again. So it's a super one. So a nice healing.
Beautiful. And Bex, who's our guest next week?
Next week we have Krista Higginbotham, fresh from her journey to, hold on, where did it go? Peru. I'm like, my brain went to Puerto Rico. I don't know why.
Oh,
Peru.
maybe.
So,
yeah.
She's going to tell us all about that and share her experience.
Oh, yes.
We're so excited.
I can't wait.
The pictures were amazing. So,
yes. Seeing Krista and the llamas, it was so cool. She's opened up that path for all of us now, and I know we're going to go. And she's got some good stories to share, so that's going to be fun.
Qigong in sacred space is beautiful. And it's going to be amazing to hear about what has been opened up for her because of that journey. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Woo.
So thanks again.
Thank
Rosa,
you all. Love you.
Thank you all. And I may or may not be here next week, but the gals will.
We're going to hold down the fort. We got
Hold down the fort. I don't know if I'll have Wi-Fi where I am, but we'll see. But thank you again, Rosa, and we hope to see you in the new year. And best luck with all your new endeavors. Thank you so much.
Yes. This is going to be exciting. Woo. Namaste.
Okay. Have a blessed week.
You too.